Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to talk about using SkyDoc API to upload files from external sources. The SkyDoc API is used to upload files to SkyDoc directly from their source. For example, when a request is coming from external sources for which we don't have logins, we can upload files through SkyDoc API without having to log into the account. To enable the SkyDoc API URL, we first need to navigate to Setup, SkyDoc, and SkyDoc Setup. In SkyDoc Setup, click the Enable SkyDoc API checkbox and then click Submit. Once we submit, we can see that the page will reload. Now, if we scroll down, we can find the SkyDoc API URL. To upload files through the API, go to the Postman application. I'll be using this application as an example to show you how this function works. First, the person who is uploading the files must send a request. In the request, we have the API RESTlet URL and a JSON schema. Here, we can see the file's name and the file type. The record type field shows which record the files will be attached to. The record ID shows the internal ID of the record that the files will be attached to. Lastly, the file content field displays the content of the file encoded into base64 format. Here, we have mandatory parameters and optional parameters. The mandatory parameters are the file name, file type, folder ID, and file content. The optional parameters are record ID and record type. The optional parameters are not always needed, so if we upload a file without the record ID or record type, the file will still be uploaded to the folder, but it won't lead to any record. Here, I've put the record type as vendor and specified its internal ID. Now, if I navigate to the vendor record and then go to the SkyDoc subtab, we can see that there is currently no record listed under this subtab. To upload the file, we need to click the Send button. If no errors are found, the API will display the status as success and show 200 as the response code. Here, we can also now see the SkyDoc ID. If an error is found, the API will return a message with the error as the key, the error code, and an error message. When there is an error, the response code will be shown as 400 for a bad request. Here, we can see the example error code reads JS exemption with a message saying record not found with record type vendor and record ID 1117. Now, if we return to the vendor record and refresh the SkyDoc subtab, we can see that the file has been uploaded through the API. We can click View if we wish to see the file. In the same way, if we use the same API URL and file schema, we can send any external sources. So, this is how we can upload files from external sources through the SkyDoc API.